and do a B flat chord progression. It's the same warm up I did before. So basically, let's see, can we have low brass and David start on a concert B flat, clarinets and oboe on a concert D, and then trumpets on a concert F. And so we're just going to go chromatically down and then come back up. Right? Alright, that was pretty good. I could use a little bit more woodwinds there. And, alright, so let's look at some articulations. One of the most common articulations in the piece we're going to be looking at today, Colorado Peaks, do you guys have that up? Is this guy right here. Can anybody tell me what that's called? Well, the articulation mark here.
Legato staccato.
Well, yeah, legato staccato. That's one term for it. There's actually an official term. I just looked it up last night.
Portato?
Portato, yeah. That's like the actual name for this. I've never heard it used before, but this is actually called portato. And so, you know, it has the same mark as legato staccato. So, can anybody tell me how we might play this? Somebody other than Eric? Andrew?
I would say a little longer than a staccato, with a little bit of space in between each note, but not as much connectedness to the notes as a legato.
So, you know, if we play a series of 4 quarter notes in a row, it's not going to be really smooth and connected, but it's not going to be as dry as a staccato. So let's just play quarter notes on a concert B flat and try to make each one a portato articulation. All right, arms up. Okay, now let's do that. Let's do that with the chord progression. So the notes you were on before, but we're going to do 4 portato quarter notes for each note of the progression. So let's look at Colorado Peaks. We're just going to start at measure 1 and keep going. Probably not any further than measure 13 for right now. So we start with the trombones and bassoon. And David.
Tenor part.
Okay, yes, thank you very much. We don't have any saxophones, but they're really important at the beginning here, so David's going to be filling in for the saxophones for us.
Ooh, girl. Looks like a sax.
Oh, we also start with a big trumpet fall. All right, horns up. what Paul was doing with David? Listen for Paul and David and what they're doing from measure 7 to measure 12, okay? And see if you can tell me what's going on there. Okay? Measure 7?
Question.
Yeah?
Oh, would you like me to play flute cues? Well, I don't want to play the flute part when I don't have my own. It's not too high.
Sure, yeah, if you want to go ahead and play the flute 2 and 3 cues, and then when you've got the oboe part, just switch back to that. Okay, so it's going to be Liz and David and Paul. Listen for what they're doing here from measure 7 to 12. So what was going on there? What was happening between Paul and
It's playing on the ends.
David and Liz were playing on the ends, but what was Paul doing?
Paul was playing on the beat right before they were playing on the end.
All right, yeah. So we got a little bit of an interplay there between the percussion part and the saxophones and flutes, or David and Liz. Guys, let's make sure that that's really clean. Paul's doing a really good job giving you guys the downbeat, so just make sure that you're really confident with the syncopation there. Okay, let's do start at measure 7 again, and we're going to keep going on. Oops, sorry. Let's get a better start. So going from measure 12 to 13, make sure you guys make that transition to the concert C quickly. Are you turning the page right there?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's just go ahead and start a measure 13. Okay. Can I just hear the melody, people, starting the pickups into measure 16? There's some kind of weird fingering. Let's make sure that we're getting those, especially the triplets at 19. So starting melody, measure pickups into 16. 3, 4. Really good. Now starting back at 13 again, everybody's in. And make sure you're listening for the melody. We want to make sure that comes out right there. Say, in terms of balance, what do you guys think? How does the melody sound compared to the backgrounds? Sounds all right? I'd actually think the melody is maybe just a little bit too loud right now. It's just mezzo forte right now, and right now there's not really that many people playing the background, so let's try having the melody people back off a little bit. Let's start measure 13 again. Okay, trumpets, are you guys playing B naturals there?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the B naturals. Okay, let's start at measure 23. And this is kind of the inverse. I think we've got a lot more people playing the backgrounds here, so let's have the melody come out. You know, you guys are trumpets, you should be able to really rock that. And yeah, so just make that a little bit more present there. So measure 23. Okay. Can I just hear the melody? Let's start on page 8, measure 25. Make sure that you're getting those rhythms right. The triplets were a little bit uneven, so just trumpets, measure 25. Okay. Make sure you're subdividing in your heads. In the second measure there, 26, that the and of 3 going into 4 was kind of uneven, so just make sure that you guys are thinking 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Okay, let's try measure 25 again. G naturals.
Oh, okay.
All right, measure 25. Okay, that's pretty good. Let's try this whole section again, starting at measure 23. The melody's really sounding good, guys, so keep it up. Okay, everybody, 23. Alright, yeah, that sounded pretty good. Let's try from the beginning, going up to where we just stopped. I know there's a lot of page flips.
We got it, dude.
Everybody have music now? Okay, it's alright, take your time. Actually, no, don't take your time. It's running out. Okay. Alright, yeah, it sounded good. I think.
Okay, remember, always finish a lesson with reviewing what you did and giving some ideas about what you're going to do next time. Always do that. Okay, I'm going to give a few notes and I'll ask you to make a few comments as well. Why don't we start with your comments and I'm going to jump in.